All right. What's going on? Welcome to the DY Prize channel. I'm your guy, DY Fly. What it do? Hey, man, everybody wants to know what's going on in Philly. You know, what's going on between Jalen and AJ? Is there beef? You know, BG, he put his 2 cents in. More like, a quarter. But the drama, every Twitter has been a war zone. Everybody that hates Jalen, they're standing 10 toes down. Everybody that was in the middle with Jalen, they now feel comfortable hating Jalen. It is what it is after the Carolina game. But both of them, they had press conferences, and they got to speak their piece. Before we get into that, I'm gonna just say my 2 cents on what I think happened. All right, the Carolina game happened, and in between them praying together and them stepping on the field, I think AJ said something that Jalen didn't appreciate, and Jalen was like, "All right, nigga, you ain't getting the ball." All right, and I say this for two reasons. One, there was the Grant Calcaterra play or the touchdown, and AJ came on the slant and he came open first. He could have hit him, right? Another reason, there's another play where AJ goes up the right sideline, cuts it out, and it's just him and the safety. Jalen not only looks his way, but checks it down to the running back. All right. So, Jalen, he sent a message to AJ. And here's the other thing though. There was another third down play where Jalen, he threw it. It was a third and long. They needed to get the first down. Jalen threw it to AJ on time, on precision, and they kept the chains moving. So it tells me two things. Or it tells me a couple things. One, I know my quarterback, he's not afraid to throw the ball, okay? All this, he's being hesitant. He's not seeing the field. I thought he wasn't seeing the field at first, but I did kind of suspect something was going on. Just watching the game, it was kind of weird. But I think he just kind of iced out AJ for whatever reason. And after the game, just to emphasize this, Jalen, he is not afraid to throw the ball. All right, he's not scared to throw it. I watched the 2000. I went back and I watched the 22 highlights, the 23 highlights, and some of the highlights from this year. And even in real time, the game just looked weird watching it. He was just like, I'm gonna do this by myself, or I'm gonna just check it down to Jordanaddison, Grant Calcaterra, anybody else but you. That's my 2 cents. Now I think AJ, he took that and said, "All right, nigga, you want to play that game? All right." Hey, so AJ, what do you think is going on with this offense? Passing, aka look at the quarterback, which he already knows everybody's been on Jalen's ass. So whatever. Now he gets his chance to, expound on passing, and we'll see what he gets to say. But I think that's been going on. And then to Seth Joyner's point, because he's more in the know than I am. I think he had a good point. He said that I think this has been going on for a minute, and then BG comes, and BG, he's been around for 16 years, all right? So he knows the Philadelphia media. He goes and airs out everything. He airs out everything, and then it causes a firestorm. Now it makes them to have to address the situation. All right? So let's see what they got to say, and I'll chime in to see if I agree or where we're going to go from here. Hitman Hurts. Hold up. Yeah. Jalen Hitman Hurts.
The excellence of execution.
It's my quarterback.
Let's get it.
Jalen, there's been a lot of talk this week about your relationship with AJ. Obviously, I'm Brandon Grant, but just wondering if you want to offer any clarity on the situation.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Did you two talk after Brandon's comment?
We've spoken. I think in the end, Brandon, BG, we're calling him Brandon, BG knows he spoke out of place, and he knows that. So.
What was your reaction when, I'm sure your phone started blowing up when that was going around? What was your reaction to it?
I mean, it's just about the team in the end. I think overall, that's where my focus is. I think that's where everyone's focus is at heart, and trying to do what's best for the team. And ultimately, everyone cares about the team's success. And so, whenever something happens, whatever it is, I look at myself first, because everything starts and ends with me. And I take great pride in what I do. I take great pride in the responsibilities that I have when I am to the city and to this team. And I challenge myself on that. I'm my biggest critic, and I have to continue to challenge myself on being critical on some things so I can be better. And in the end, everyone expresses themselves differently, and I respect that, and I accept how anyone shows up. But ultimately, I look at myself first, and I say, how can I be better? What do I need to do to be better? And ultimately, play at the highest level I can play. And that's what it takes to play complimentary football at its fullest. And so that's what the goal is. Everybody's coming in here. I just told the team, everybody dominate their box. Everyone, including myself. And that's what it's about. So I don't want to get lost in the sauce of everything else when the main thing is to come out here, go through prep, do what we need to do, and go out there and play.
Your relationship with AJ obviously predates your time together here. Is there ways that is a helpful thing for you? And on the flip side, are there tests kind of given the dynamics of quarterback, wide receiver, high pressure environment?
Yeah, I think, sometimes things change as dynamics change. But for him, he knows I had a lot of love for him, just like I got a lot of love for all these guys. And ultimately, he's a guy that's a competitor. He wants to win. He damn sure wants the ball, and he wants to make an impact in the game. And I respect that, and that's just like all of us.
Has the emphasis on cutting down on turnovers affected your ability to throw downfield?
No, I think from a macro view, macro perspective, you got to be able to saturate yourself in something to say this is who we are and this is what we're gonna do. And I think, as I said, as things change as dynamics change, and the dynamic of our team has changed. We had a great addition in Saquon Barkley, and he's been able to impact his team in a tremendous way. And we've always been able to run the ball at a high level. He's taken that to the next level, and so it hasn't changed the main thing. Ultimately, we're looking at a piece of our game that we need to be better at. Being critical of ourselves, we need to be better at, but ultimately we're still doing what we need to do. And so there's always this ongoing challenge in that, but ultimately, there's a different team every year, different dynamics every year. You have different coaches, different voices, and different visions. And so ultimately, you want to come together and try and find the best common ground to go out there and be successful for the team.
Your brain lights up like a TV when you're playing video.
So he's talking about winning. All right. The the offense from 22 and 23, it's not the same offense that we had, man. All right. Plus, guys have been in and out of the lineup. AJ missed 3 games. You know, Devontae, he missed some games. Dallas Goedert, he's out now. He was out earlier. Now he's out again. We had a couple injuries on the offensive line. So we've had to tailor make this offense to get through the season. And yeah, while our weapons were out, we're going to lean more on Saquon. And Saquon has taken that and ran with it. Now he's about to break a record. He's about to F around and break a record. All right. Yes. Do we acknowledge that the passing game needs work? Yes. I think everybody, Jalen just said it. AJ just said it. They need to work on the passing game. And I think Kellen Moore needs to do a better job with scheming these guys open. His play calling is mid, yo. It's mid. Like if we had, I think Kevin O'Connell from the Vikings, I think he's the best play caller in the league. And I don't think it's really even close. Like Ben Johnson is cool from the Lions, but if we had Kevin O'Connell with what we got, bro, ain't nobody stopping us. But I don't know, man. I don't know. People want to say Jalen is on Jalen. We're going to see. Like, I wouldn't defend Jalen so much if I haven't seen it with my own 2 eyes. If he hadn't done it multiple games in a row throughout a season, I wouldn't defend him. But he's shown it. So I'm going to say that he can do it whenever he wants. So whatever, yo.
Answer to those questions.
And so ultimately, you want to come together and try and find the best common ground to go out there and be successful for the team.
You said the questions you ask yourself are, how can I be better? What can I do? What's the answer to those questions?
Yeah, just, honestly, finding that rhythm, finding that rhythm. The rhythm thing is important, and I think that takes a collective group in how we approach things, what we do, how.
AKA Kellen Moore. Get some warm-up passes, some pitch and catches. We got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Like, why are we being cute throwing the ball to Will Shipley and Brenton Covey? Stop.
How we attack people and ultimately knowing my job and doing my job. And so, yeah.
What are those conversations like you talk about needing to find a rhythm? What are the conversations like with Kellen and Nick to kind of help you be able to figure that out?
It's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. It's always, I've said it's always been a thing that you try and navigate. And I've said that since. I've said that I feel like I've said that every training camp. I've said that throughout every year because it's the truest thing is all of these things ongoing. And I know after the game, I was very pointed with my no to. We shouldn't be having to deal with this. That's because I've experienced it where we weren't dealing with that. And so that's my standard in the sense of great rhythm. This is what it was, but every team is different. We have different dynamics on this team, and everyone has to be willing to accept those challenges. And I accept those challenges. I accept the challenges that come truly with the continuity and everybody has a different vision and different voices, but ultimately it's about winning. And so I want to do everything I can to win. And when my opportunities are there, take advantage of them. And that's something that I'm very, very critical of myself on.
Do you think you've had to change?
Look, man, he just wants to win. He just wants to win. Look, which I think this is shock therapy for a lot of people, okay? Like, Tom Brady, I don't think he cares. Do you think he cares if y'all say, hey, 3 of those championships was on the back of Adam Vinatieri? At the end of the day, we look at Tom Brady as the GOAT because he has 7 rings. That's the bottom line. 7 rings. Jalen wants to win. If he don't care about the stats, I don't care about the stats. All right? Would I like for him to throw 300 yards? Everybody happy? Everybody eat? Yeah, that's not the case. But we're 11-2. We're 11-2. What more do people want? All right? If he hadn't shown that he can't throw the ball before, I wouldn't be like this. But look, he said, all right.
Your game somewhat since like the first 4 games of the season, you know, to accommodate not only Saquon, but like everything else?
I think our offense has changed tremendously from the first 4 games. So I'm a product of that because it starts and ends with me.
Jalen,
Is there any-
as the offense has changed to be more run focused, is it difficult for you as a passer to be a little bit less a part of the offense than you're used to?
It's not any difficulty in winning when that's your main thing, and that's truly my main thing. I know there'll be, I know everybody sees the mic'd up clip of duty calls and all that, and I know there'll be moments where that moment comes. It's a matter of being equipped when that time comes, and that's what we're building confidence for. That's what we're striving for. No one cares how you get it done when you get it done, and that's it. So we just want to. It's like I feel like everything I say is stem from the whole standards versus winning and losing conversation that we had. I think you asked that question last year, but you have standards. But at the end of the day, when did winning not become the main thing? So just want to play at a high level. We all want to play at a high level, but we want to win. We want to win. That's the most important thing.
The film, do you think that you're
Hey man, look. If this team, this might be my favorite Eagles team of all time. All right. If this team brings a chip to Philly this year, everybody can go, yo. AJ, you're not happy getting the ball. Oh, you think you should be getting 2,000 yards a season? Go somewhere else. All right. If this team brings a chip, gets a ring, I can retire actually watching football. I really would. I would be good. This team, my man is focused on. You can count on 2 hands how many games we have to win to win a ring. A lot of people are out of the playoffs right now, wishing they were us. Y'all slow, bro. Y'all slow. Y'all on the slow bus.
holding the ball too long?
There are moments where I can get it out quicker. There are moments where I could definitely get it out quicker. And I think, that's just something that I own. I'll be better with it. In terms of all that with my role, I'll figure it out.
So you said that a couple times. You said that a couple times. This season, winning is the main thing, and obviously you guys are winning at a high level. So how does that sort of in concert with, it wasn't just AJ, you were frustrated, a number of players said they were frustrated, taking joy in that win versus that standard you always talk about. Is that important to try to find that?
That's all relative. It's all relative to the person and what you define as joy.
Cancer.
I don't know what you define as joy, but we're gonna keep saying we're gonna keep going.
Difficult patches in your career. I'm not saying this is because obviously you guys are winning, but you did mention a couple things about how the offense has changed and how does it affect you. How have you found it best for you to get out of that and get back to playing the way you play when you're at your best?
Like I said, I've submitted myself to whatever it takes to win. And so, you look at the course of the years and we've had, different conversations for who the most valuable player is and the recognition and whatever. And it's all about the team at the end of the day. But you see different areas, shining in different years. And so it's about the team. I don't care how it looks. It's kind of my game, and I think that's something that people have to accept, that it's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look, but he's going to win.
Nigga, you going to get down or you going to fucking lay down?
Did he go third person? Huh?
Said you wanted to cook, didn't you? Oh, cook that nigga!
He said, The Rock says. Look, he just wants to win, ladies and gentlemen. He just wants to win. All right. Hold on, what did he say?
It matters so much.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care how it looks. It's kind of my game, and I think that's something that people have to accept. That it's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look. But it's going to win.
It matters so much. The quarterback position matters so much. So it's not wrong for you to say that you need to be playing a certain level, or you need to be.
Oh, it's not.
Cater things to help you.
Oh no, it's not. It's not wrong to say that. I think from my vantage point, I put emphasis on the importance of winning and what that is. Definitely put an importance on what winning and what that is. But also as you grow and as you evolve, the longer you can saturate yourself in something, the more comfortable you can get in it. And so
what he's saying is, AJ, please get on board with us being a running football team. We will get you the ball, all right? We're going to get you the ball, but the offense, everybody's like the weapons. AJ, Smitty, Godert, whoever, Saquon. But the offensive line is a weapon as well. They are a weapon, and they are crushing it right now for Saquon. Saturate yourself in us being a running football team. That's what he's talking about.
As everything ends and begins with the quarterback, myself, that's what it is. And so for where I am right now, I'm submitting myself to what we're doing, how we're approaching it, and trying to do what I can to win and play at a high level.
When you look at an expression that you've used in the past is that heavy is the head. In weeks when there's a lot of tension on that crown, so to speak, how do you handle that?
Those cleats I wore, a funny story, the cleats I wore versus the Rams, that's what they're called. Those are heavy as the head. It comes with it, and it's a privilege. So I tend to thrive in moments like this.
About the Steelers defense and could they?
Hey, yo, I think there's an ass whooping coming up. You're telling me that we've rattled off 9 straight when we've got beef and we're not all going in the same direction? Now that we've cleared the air, there's no more smog. Somebody's about to get their ass whooped. In my preview, I don't know what my prediction is going to be, but it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. All right.
This be a game where you're going to have to.
Wise guy, huh?
Where you're going to have to be equipped to maybe win the game, with the pass because of the
Well, I think obviously they got a great player over there, in T.J. Watt, and then Minka. All around safety, all around defensive back. The culture they have, you feel it. Their coach is amazing, and how he does what he does and leads. And it'll be a battle. It'll be a battle. Playing a division is definitely a challenge, and they got a lot of great teams, a lot of great talent, and we just have to be ready.
There you have it, from the horse's mouth. All right. So I'm curious to see what happens this Sunday. It's a 4 or 4:25 p.m. game. I think if we're all pulling in the same direction, the league is in trouble, yo. If we've been doing this, and there's been friction where we can't all get on the same page. Now we've cleared the air and we're all going in the same direction. It might be trouble, but I'm going to do my preview and we'll see what we're looking at.